Ah, welcome. You know what I just realized? It didn't record. You guys totally missed me pouring oil and transmission fluid. Shucks, right? That's what I'm saying. So today we're going to finish up that 107 to 136 conversion. Last time we had the engine together. This time we're just going to finish putting on the rocker covers, the oil lines. We're going to get the map dropped in it. It is a Thunder Max map. We're going to talk to Jeremy. We're going to deliver it. We're also going to have him write it. He's going to come back and talk to you guys. And yeah, so how about I just stop talking and let's get into it. But first, coffee. Well, all right, let's go. Looks like we're just gonna get right into it. So let's get those heads torqued on. Let's get the push rod tubes in. Let's get those solid push rods installed. Let's get the roller rockers in, get the rocker boxes, oil lines. We got the exhaust. Then we gotta drop a map in it. Gonna get this thing fired up. So let's let the music take over and watch it go. Hey guys, please like, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button. So now that the rear manifold's on, let's move on up here to the front. And if we recall, the hard line has to get cut. All right, shout out Cruzy and this K-bar, shaped just right for this this little flex neck thing I'm using to hold the camera. We're gonna use a tubing cutter, and they want 3 inches down from the bottom of the top flange. I don't know if I can show this. There's the picture, 3 inches down. So in the picture, this is what they want. And there's our scribed line right here. Bring y'all in a little closer to see that, because, you know, everybody needs to see the scribed line. There's a scratchy line. So a tubing cutter, for those of you that haven't used one before, it has a little cutting wheel right here in the center. These 2 wheels just allow the tube to roll. This one does the cutting. And as you go around, you're going to slowly tighten it and continue to go around in a circumference. I will demonstrate. So now that we cut it, we cleaned it. Cleaned it about almost 1 inch down, and I'll show you why. Now we're going to put a swedge fitting on. For those of you that don't know what a swedge fitting is, I'll show you real quick. Let's do some enlightening today. See this little brass ring? This is the swedge. So what happens when these screw together, let's look from the other side before I drop it. So if you look in there, now that piece of copper, that copper swedge fitting is in the middle. So as we tighten this, it's going to push that copper together, squeeze it, which is going to crush down, clamp down onto the outside of this hose. Went ahead and got that installed. The compression fitting or swedge fitting is on. We need to get the manifold on, oil line manifold. Now that we've got the oil lines installed, we're going to put our little spacers and our new bolts here to bolt the regulator back on. Does anybody wonder why there's new spacers and bolts? Good question. It's to keep this off the frame, most likely. We're going to find out. Now, just so you know, this is a metal line. And if for any reason this was getting in the way, it can be made to fit. Sounds like we're bumping into it already. All right, guys, so what we're moving on to now is we're going to install our ACRs. There is a Harley-Davidson tool for this. It is part number, it is a global parts, part number HD-48498-B. If you don't have that socket and you don't want to get one, you can get a 13/16 Craftsman in this case. And you can cut a notch out, much like I did, and you can use that. Or, before you put the rocker boxes on, you could install these at that point and use a 13/16 wrench to tighten them. Since I have the tool, I typically do this towards the end. We're going to use a little liquid PTFE. We're going to put it on the threads much like they were from the factory. And then we're going to reinstall. Hey, just wanted to say hi. You know what I just realized? It didn't record. You guys totally missed me pouring oil and transmission fluid. Shucks, right? That's what I'm saying. Anyways, for those of you that are curious, because we just did this and I'll do it again. Today we're using Castrol Power 1. It's the official sponsor of Progressive. So Flo sponsors this oil. Good job, Flo. Anyways, to get you up to speed, because I feel like towards the end here we're just kind of blowing through some things. What you're going to see next in time lapse is just the reassembly of the exhaust. And then we got the wind hollering out there. Oh yeah, it's breezy as the dickens. I tell you what. Did y'all know that the dickens was breezy? I didn't either. Who knew? You know, the things we learn. This is why you should stick around on this channel. The things you learn. Somebody in the comments like, what'd you do? What's that spray? What are you doing? I'm just moving this along. I'll bring you in here just a second. Just got to get this whole thing lined up here. All right. So, yeah, you wanted to know. All right, well, let's get on in over there and find out. So what I sprayed was some silicone lubricant, and I sprayed it here and here, and then I slid this forward. As a matter of fact, you can see where it used to be. Used to be back further. So anyhow, pipe fit's a little bit different. Everything's tight again. Over time, things loosen up and things start to shift backwards. So get your bike maintained. Keep those things from happening. So there you go, guys. That's how we go from a 107 to a 136. This was relatively thorough. It was very involved, as you got to see. I hope I carried you through most all of it. I realize that some spots are going to get a little boring and mundane, or some spots are, unfortunately, I think I missed a couple spots. I'm still new at the camera. Sometimes I'm not making excuses. Anyways, so there it is. That's how you do it. 107, 136. All right, it's time to fire her up. Make sure get everything clean, all the tools picked up, anything that'll make extra noises. Nice. Clean your engine off before you run it. You clean the engine off and you clean the lift off. If there's anything dripping, it'll be very easy to identify where it's coming from. Since we're dry everywhere, we're good to go. Let's get this thing out on the road. Do stupid things, but don't do what I do. What's up, guys? I hope the audio works for this. This is Jeremy.
Hello,
Jeremy
world.
is the owner of said motorcycle, the 136 now. And I know there were a lot of questions as to why and what and how and all that other stuff. So do you want to tell them what you had? You want to just tell them what you want to tell them?
Sure. Well, started off life, Electric Glide Standard 107, had a 65 millimeter HPI throttle body, 5.5 injectors, and a Star 3030 cam. Ran great, everything else. However, I have a lowrider that has big bore and everything else, so I wanted this bike to match my other hot rod. As far as the build we did, 136 kit, alloy arc covers. That's still the same 65 millimeter throttle body. Got one of the first Cruzy original K-bars for a touring bike, which is pretty
Shout
awesome.
out, Cruzy. Woo!
Yeah, woohoo! And Thundermax tuner, I-ride suspension done by Thundermax, tuned by Thundermax. I haven't ridden it yet, but Chris seems to think it's pretty good, so We're
Yeah.
gonna go with that.
You'll need better tires. Let's put it that way.
Okay, need better tires.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Depending on the throttle position and RPM, the tires are just spinning. They don't do much.
Well, that's okay. D&D exhaust. I'm a big fan of them for especially touring bikes. Other than that, yeah, just wanted a hot rod.
Okay.
One of those old guys that likes to have really fast stuff. Don't necessarily ride fast or anything, but really fast stuff's cool to have.
Just want to have it in case you need it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, go up the hill here in Florida, you know, the one that we have, and
It happens.
you need a little bit more power to get up there.
All right. Well, so from this point, I guess we'll transition into the ride and kind of go from there. But I am interested in getting you on it, getting a few miles and coming back and telling us what you think.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Let's do that.
Let's do that. Holy Jesus.
Is that what we get?
That's,
A holy Jesus?
It's fast. It's real fast. Very docile at the low RPMs and just cruising along, but yeah, above 3,000, you give it to it. It breaks the rear tire right loose and it wants to go.
Absolutely. And she's not even dialed in completely. Keep in mind, you when you get home, if you take what's out of here and then create another base map off
Correct.
of that and start over, it's just that much better.
Yeah.
She's only gonna get better. So my first suggestion would be
Yeah,
tires and brakes. Tires and brakes. Yeah, that's your next investment.
Yeah.
So now that you've kind of made this jump, what can you say to anybody watching or anybody that, you know, say, as you said, you haven't been in the comments before, but now that you've gotten a little bit into the comments, you kind of understand
Yeah.
what goes on there. So what do you, as a now new comment reader and someone who was ignorant to it, what would you say to someone that wants to make this jump?
If you have the time and the money, it's a lot of fun. Just be ready for it. You're talking a 900,000 pound motorcycle that's faster than a lot of the sport bikes I've ridden in my life. So,
Yep.
and it feels like a leader. It pulls like a leader bike.
Yes.
It's the best thing I can describe.
Even
it as.
at speed.
Yeah, even at speed, you're on the interstate 65 miles an hour, and you're in fourth, fifth gear, and you push down on it, it just takes off. It has so much more in it
Yes.
that I'm not capable of using it. I never will be. I'm too old for that crap.
I don't think any of us are really, realistically.
But as far as the sound and just the ride quality and everything else, I'm impressed.
Good.
And,
Good.
it's common. I mean, I know the cam has something to do with it and the suspension and everything else, but it feels like maybe a 114 with the cam just cruising around. But once you open it up, it's a completely different animal.
Nice.
So I'm real happy.
Good.
I'm
Good.
very happy.
I like the way you explained it. That's a good explanation.
Best I could come up with.
No, that works.
Yeah.
So now that you guys have gotten it from him, I think the lighting out here is horrible. We are in Florida sun, full Florida sun.
Yeah, only 90 degrees in April.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Hate it for you guys in Michigan.
So now that you've heard this and you've kind of seen the process and what goes on, I hope that this was informative, a little bit educational, entertaining nonetheless. And now you've got an unedited, because he'll see this in the end. There's not much to edit in his answer. So there you go. I mean,
Thank this guy for doing it for me. Did a great job.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm holding a can of.
Yeah, it's okay.
I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll do my closing, and we'll do a ride out. See ya.
probably a speaker. Yep. What do you think?
I'm excited.
You're in awe?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh. Let's go straight to guest services.
Yep.
Look what I got in my pocket.
Ooh. That what makes you happy?
Yeah. Yep.
I knew it.
Walking around with that in my pocket. That's what makes me happy.
In your pocket.
Yep. In my pocket.
All right, guys, so when you come to Discovery Cove, you can just go in and get a seat and sit by the water, or you could do what's called a private cabana. There are several options for upgrades. Chris and I chose the private cabana, and I'll show you why. So there are multiple cabanas along the park. This one is ours for the day. You get a private area with snacks. Hi.
Oh, I feel like you caught me.
We are right here on the reef this time, which is really super cool. So as we walk right off of our cabana, this is where there are some tropical fish. Not sure if you can see them in the camera. There are rays, there's an eel, there's a puffer fish in here somewhere. But the main reason that we chose to get the cabana is because it comes with this locked box. There are lockers here that you can pay for, but since we have all the equipment for the camera and stuff, we wanted to make sure that we have easy access, and really a fridge. This is really important for us because many of you may know, but some of you may not know, that Chris is a type 1 diabetic. So I have
a
to...
non-working pancreas.
Yes, his pancreas no worky. So we have to bring his insulin, and I have to keep it cold. So this is a good option for us. It is an expensive upgrade, but for us, the privacy, this view, the fridge.
We got it on sale now.
Yes, we did purchase this when there was a 40% off coupon. So even though the price is pretty steep, I think it's worth it. One of the reasons is because you see this water where all the people are swimming in? People's sunscreen and hair products and makeup and natural oils are all getting in this water, but in this water there are fish and there are rays, and they have to keep this water clean, and they have to take care of these animals. So I do not mind the price at all, and I will continue to pay it. Yeah.
guys can tell, we had a ton of fun going to Discovery Cove. This was in celebration of our 4th year anniversary. I just want to say thank you, baby doll. Thank you for 4 wonderful years, and here's to the rest of our lives. I hope you guys enjoy this as much as we did. I want to say thank you to our channel members. I see you guys. I want to say thank you also to the guys offering to buy us a coffee, and super thanks. I very much appreciate you guys. Melissa loves you guys. Thank you for that. And I hope that we are bringing you stuff that makes you happy and makes you excited and gives you something to look forward to in the day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Stay upside, and we'll see you on the flip.